sometimes when we do things for ourselves, when we start using products that we think are going to work or whatever, we don't always see the full picture. It's like we'll look at it and go, well, does this bother you? Because I'm seeing you have this too. Hey gorgeous gals, welcome back to Contour Image, where I help you build confidence through your image. My name is Sharon Ports. I'm a California licensed esthetician, and today we're going to go over a Reddit question. There is some problems with this person's skin, and we're going to kind of dive right into it to kind of see what I might be able to do if I were to have her maybe walk into my office or something. So she writes, my skin is the worst it's ever been. I can't seem to get rid of my skin I can't seem to get my skin under control. I've been eating the cleanest I've ever eaten, checked my hormone levels, and switched to medical grade skincare. I just started incorporating mandelic acid into my routine, and I've been alternating between Clear Stem and Lissy skincare. I only use the salicylic pads on my nose. I alternate between the Clear Stem and Skin Ceuticals moisturizer and use the face reality spot treatment as needed. What am I doing wrong? So before I go into the picture here, I did notice that she actually has quite a bit of products that she's using, and I'm not really sure what she's using necessarily in the daytime, during the nighttime, if she's using it both. It's a lot of product, and I almost feel like, could she maybe be overdoing her skin? So obviously she has some breakouts. It's mainly in the cheek area. It doesn't look like it's in the hormonal area. Her chin and stuff pretty much looks pretty clear. It doesn't look like much has really happened here. Maybe a little here from time to time, but it looks like it's mostly in her cheek area here. She said she went and checked out her hormone levels and everything. It's possible though, sometimes when you're breaking out here, again, I'm not a doctor, so I really can't say, but just some things that I've kind of noticed a few times is when you do break out here, sometimes it could be something like PCOS, polycystic ovarian syndrome, where you actually create cysts around your ovaries. Sometimes that can indicate something like this, but not always. That's why it's important for you to go see your doctor. She said she checked out her hormones and everything seems to be fine, but I wonder, did they check those things? Now, normally if those PCOS is there, it would be like, oh, her hormones are off. But there's a lot of times doctors miss things like, you didn't think to check there? I've heard of many stories of other things where it's like you're having these problems and they didn't think to check there, and then like there was the problem. So I don't know if that could be her case. It may not be, because the next thing I'm thinking of is, could she just be doing so much to her skin? Now, she obviously started doing all this stuff because she started breaking out. So she's like, oh, so she started using, and then it just kind of like, well, that's not working. Maybe I should use this. Oh, that's not working. Maybe I should use this. So now she's using probably a bunch of product, which is now overwhelming her skin. So it's kind of like the chicken or the egg kind of thing. Like, it could be the stuff you're using now is just overdoing it, and so now it's never going to stop. But why did it start in the first place? Because you started using those products because it started first. So there's always kind of that balancing a chicken egg kind of thing. I would almost say, first of all, those pustules need to go. I would just kind of get those quickly a little bit. But then the rest of it though, the rest of her skin it's very flat. It's not like it's super active. It's very, very flat. So I'm not super concerned with her skin as far as maybe exfoliating it a little bit, but with a very gentle enzyme mask for it, just so that it gently kind of, some of it could be that she's overdoing her skin, but then there could be a lot of somewhat skin buildup in the sense on that. And I'm not really sure. I don't think she's exfoliating. She says she uses a salicylic pad on her nose, which we don't get a picture of at all on, so I have no idea. I don't know why she's choosing to just use her nose. It's possible that that's where she finds the most oil in her skin. She probably has it also in other areas, but to her nose is her biggest problem with the oil. So she's just doing that. So sometimes when we do things for ourselves, when we start using products that we think are going to work or whatever, we don't always see the full picture. So someone who's been dealing with skin for quite a while and has seen many different kinds of skin, there's a lot of times we can pick out, oh, okay, you've got this thing here and you have that there. And it's not to like be like, oh, let's spend money like a surgeon is like, oh, well, what about that? And we can, fix that for another, $5,000 or something. It's not like that. It's like, we'll look at it and go, well, does this bother you? Because I'm seeing you have this too. And we can see it. And if she's mentioning that she's doing just a pat on her nose, I'd be like, why are you doing it on just your nose? And she'd tell me, and it's probably because of the oil. And I'd say, okay. And it's probably because she doesn't feel any oil here. So I'm assuming she doesn't know her skin type. Or did she? I don't think she did. No. As far as I know, she doesn't know her skin type, or at least didn't mention it here. But I would think that she probably gets oil down the center of her face and probably really no oil much at all on the sides of her face. So I would assume that she's probably got combination oily skin type. The benefit, though, about exfoliating properly and then even hydrating the skin pretty well is that can actually help balance the oil and water ratio out in the skin. So I would kind of want to do things like that just to help balance that out. Maybe get some of the extra, what could be causing her breakouts could be there's just some skin buildup and it's kind of suffocating the skin, and so it's just acting up. It's kind of what I think will happen. Also, proper exfoliation will, so long as we stop breaking out, once we kind of find out the real problem there, it could just be like what I said. It's just too much skin buildup, and she's not exfoliating. So I'm almost wondering if maybe that's what her issue is, really, ultimately. But if we could exfoliate, eventually the redness and the scarring a little bit from the previous acne and everything would lighten up a bit, even possibly even pretty much almost fully disappear, depending on the kind of exfoliation we would do. And normally what I'd say for home use and even just to start off with, I would use enzymes, and then I would go into things like maybe some medium grade peels to kind of help brighten that skin up and really help it to hydrate as well. So those are some of the things I would look into. I will put some information, a link down below for you for understanding more about your skin type, if you want to know more about it, or if you don't know what your skin type is. This quiz, the skin type quiz, will help you identify your skin type. And it will help give information on products and ingredients that you would want to look for your skin type to use. And it'll also give you a regimen to use as well, using those products to help you get the best skin that you can at home with that. So if you're interested, it would be best to take that skin type quiz down below. I will also link some information on some hydrating products that I have made, some books and things, some reports for hydrating, and how you can properly hydrate your skin properly so that you can really see a good healthy glow. Products that you're using can be absorbed more readily and easily into the skin and be transported by that water to help to the targeted areas of your skin where it's needed, and just see the ultimate change in your skin. Just the glow and the health and the bounce and just the way it looks will change once you know how to properly hydrate your skin. So that link will be in the description below. And I'm also looking to work with 3 people this month. If you are interested in working with me on getting the best skin ever and have a customized skincare regimen, and I will coach you as well on how well your skin is doing and working with products and how we can change all that using the proper products for your skin, I will have a link down there for you to take a questionnaire to see if you qualify to work with me. And I'd be happy to work with you if you take that quiz or questionnaire to see if you do, and hopefully we can work together. All right, so thank you so much for visiting me here at Contour Image, and just remember to stay beautiful for life.